the national chairman will cause more chaos in the People's Democratic Party, says Charles Anyiawu. Hey guys, this is still DJMTV Daily News Updates. Charles Anyiawu, the spokesperson of the Atiku Abubakar Presidential Campaign Organization, have said that removing Senator Ayu, the national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, will foster more chaos in the party. Recall that DJMTV has earlier reported that the governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, has called for the resignation of the national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Senator Ayu, stating that both the national chairman of the party and the presidential candidate, or otherwise the president, cannot come from the same zone. According to Nyesom Wike, the chairman has said that if the presidential candidate comes from the north, he is going to step down, and he has called that the national chairman honors his word. But in a video we're about to watch, Charles Anyiawu, the spokesperson of the Atiku Abubakar Presidential Campaign Organization, has said that if the national chairman of the party, Senator Ayu, should resign, it will cause more chaos in the party, because according to him, the deputy national chairman also comes from the same region, which is the north, and the provision of the party has stated that once the chairman resigns or is removed from office, the deputy national chairman takes his position due to the constitution of the party, and that means that it is still the same north that will still handle the position. Mr. Charles also stated that in the event that you are able to remove the national chairman and the deputy national chairman, the secretary of the party also comes from the south, which makes it very difficult for the chairman to be removed, because while removing the chairman from office, you will also have to remove the secretary and take it back to the north. Let's watch the video. We'll be right back.
We must first, as a party, appreciate the Nigerians who have shown keen interest in what is happening in our party. And that is also understandably so, because Nigerians are looking forward to the PDP to rescue the country from the present very disturbing situation, both economically and in terms of those issues that unite us before now, that have now more or less been torn apart. And so it's understandable why everybody is very much interested in what's happening in the PDP. And we're also pleased to report that a whole lot of ground have been covered, progresses are being made in different quarters. And in any case, it's not a disagreement as you may want to paint it. It's just a question of individuals finding how to get the party back to winning ways. Our leader, Governor Nyesom Wike, and a number of other leaders believe that a number of things need to be put in place so that the party can win and win effectively. And then the leadership of the party, on the other hand, led by former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and the presidential candidate of the party, is also seized of these different agitations, and being a listening party and listening leadership, they have also been able to take a second look and then ask that if indeed a member of the party is pointing in one direction, there may be the likelihood of pain coming from that direction, and there is a need to apply some shooting ban within the confines of the law. And so in the course of the meeting of the NEC, those issues were examined, and then decisions were reached based on what is permissible by the law or the constitution of the party. Because don't forget that the party operates on a constitution and rules. And if you go against those rules, that will become a recipe for some form of crisis, which may even be triggered by the ruling APC that are waiting in the wings, waiting for the party to make mistake. And then they possibly take some persons, either within or outside the party, to approach the court with a view to further destabilizing the party. And so the NEC examined those issues. And I'm also happy to report to you that yesterday here, I also listened to our leader, Governor Wike, and former governor of Ekiti State, Ayo Fayose, a man that is known to always speak truth to power, eulogizing the person of Atiku Abubakar as a man that does not harbor any hatred for Governor Wike. The issue is that, yes, you needed to raise these issues. We only disagreed for the purpose of agreeing. Because if this disagreement didn't happen, there may be a likelihood of having peace of the graveyard, and that is what will not be good for the party. And so now trying to address those issues along the lines of what the constitution of the party, as amended in 2017, permits, is a step in the right direction. You were referring to the issue of Nyesom Wike disagreeing with some of the resolutions. You may need to take a second look at the timelines. The time he said it wasn't just the issue of the BOT chairman resigning, that couldn't be enough. That was at the time after the meeting of the BOT. That was before the meeting of the NEC. And so we are comfortable where we are. We are believing that the leaders are still continuing with the in-house cleaning. Of course, it's not every effort that you are going to read on the pages of the newspaper, because our elders say that dirty linens are usually washed at the back of the house and not in front of the house, in which case there are a number of issues that will happen that you may not be seized of. But beyond that, I will also want you to appreciate Nyesom Wike for demonstrating that he's very much committed to the cohesive nature that he wants the party to toe. And how do I mean? In all his outings, Governor Nyesom Wike never told anybody that he's going to work for any other political party. He even went to the extent of challenging some other leaders that he disagreed with in terms of their views, that they should proceed to deliver their own part of the country or wherever they are, that he knows that he will be able to deliver his state. So what became the bone of contention beyond the issue of movement of national offices is that the leadership of the party don't want to atomize performance, in which case you are only just going to work in your zone. The leadership of the party recognizes that Nyesom Wike is a man that is more like a bulldozer and has the capability to add a whole lot of value to the party. And they don't just want him to only help in the delivering of rivers, which is a very stronghold of the party. But they want him to also be able to walk beyond rivers and help any other state where any other party may be holding sway at the moment, so that at the end of the day, we're able to brighten our chances of forming government in 2023. Those are some of the issues. There has never been any time that our dear Governor Wike said he was going to walk away from the party. He kept making it very clear that he's going to deliver, and that the project has been very busy commissioning, is to let individuals know that the PDP is a performing party. And so we must look at that aspect and not the only issues of the changes that he would want to happen with respect to the National Working Committee. There were issues, which is the main issue that individuals have continued to canvass, the issue of the stepping down of the national chairman, which of course now has been overtaken by events following the endorsement by the National Executive Committee of the party that they have now received a vote of confidence. Individuals may interpret it to mean calling the bluff of some person. That is not it. I told you earlier that the party leadership examined the issues vis-a-vis the provisions of the party's constitution as amended in 2017, and that when you look at that constitution, there are principal offices that we call National Working Committee of the party. And that National Working Committee is led by the national chairman. And in the order of a precedence, in the order of arrangement, the hierarchy of that particular National Working Committee, after the national chairman, the next person in line by virtue of the provisions of the constitution is the deputy national chairman, who comes or who must also come from the same region as the national chairman. And the third in line is the national secretary. Now, when you look at these positions, the national chairman is from the north, and because of the position of the constitution of the party, the deputy, who is the second in command, also comes from that same region. In the event of a resignation or removal of the national chairman, the national deputy chairman takes over and acts in the position of that national chairman, pending when the party is able to either organize another election or through a NEC meeting is able to take a decision as to how to rearrange the hierarchy of the party. But knowing quite well that these positions were elective positions, even if you had asked Anyiawu to step down so that the power will come from come to the south, the provisions of the constitution of the party will also be offended, except you have to also take another decision to also remove the national deputy chairman of the party, because the slot falls on him immediately by provisions of the law. It is already automatically triggered by that provision of our law, which is particularly section 45 of the PDP constitution as amended in 2017. Now, in the event that the party is able to solve that challenge, that puzzle, now if you decide in bringing these two to the southern part of the country, have you also made arrangement to be able to take the national secretary back to the north?
Welcome back, guys. So here we have it. We've heard from Charles Anyiawu, who is a spokesperson of the Atiku Abubakar presidential campaign for the general election of 2023. The People's Democratic Party presidential spokesman just said that the party recognizes Wike as a strong pillar, it recognizes his capacity, but the party has made him understand that the chairman resigning his position is not feasible now, as it will plunder the party into a lot of crisis, and a bigger one as that, because if the chairman has to resign, it means the deputy national chairman has to also resign. It means removing this national secretary who comes from the south and take it back to the north. All this will cause chaos in the party. But the question is, has Nyesom Wike agreed to this term? Is Nyesom Wike going to work for the People's Democratic Party? Although he has not stated that he's leaving the party or is working against the party, but that is the question on the lips of Nigerians and the lips of everyone. What are your thoughts and comments? Do you think Nyesom Wike will work against the party? Do you think Nyesom Wike has accepted these terms and conditions? Do you think that Nyesom Wike will go along in this direction? Share your thoughts and comment with us in the comment section below.
DJ LTV. DJ LTV.
Fulani people don't say no, they don't like us. Welcome to DJ LTV.
DJ LTV. DJ LTV. DJ LTV. DJ LTV.
Some of the delegates and ask the question.
DJ LTV.